When replacing an ordinary outdoor duplex receptacle with a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, the National Electrical Code, or NEC, requires specific protective measures. A key aspect is whether a bubble cover, also known as an in-use cover, is required, even if the original receptacle did not have one. The NEC mandates bubble covers for all outdoor GFCI receptacles located in wet or damp locations. To understand this requirement fully, it is essential to define what constitutes a wet location and a damp location according to the NEC. A wet location is an area where water is likely to be present or where a hose may be used for cleaning. This includes locations that are subject to direct exposure to weather such as rain, snow, or ice. A damp location, on the other hand, is an area where moisture is likely to condense on surfaces due to high humidity or intermittent water spray. These locations may not be directly exposed to the weather but are still subject to significant moisture accumulation. Given this definition, Central Pennsylvania experiences a humid climate, making outdoor electrical installations particularly susceptible to moisture. It is generally recommended to install a bubble cover on any outdoor GFCI receptacle regardless of whether the previous receptacle had one. The NEC reference for bubble covers on outdoor GFCI receptacles is found in Article 406.9. This section states that outdoor receptacles shall be protected by a weatherproof enclosure. Where this is not practical, the installation shall be made in accordance with 406.9, which details the bubble cover requirement. There are several factors to consider when selecting a cover for an outdoor GFCI receptacle. Firstly, standard weatherproof covers provide basic protection against rain and splashes, but they may not offer adequate protection in consistently wet or damp environments. Secondly, bubble covers, also known as in-use covers, are designed to provide a watertight seal even when an appliance cord is plugged into the receptacle. Thirdly, these covers offer superior protection against moisture, dust, and other environmental elements, making them ideal for outdoor GFCI receptacles. When installing an outdoor GFCI receptacle, several best practices should be followed to ensure safety and compliance. Firstly, always disconnect power to the circuit before beginning any electrical work. Secondly, use a properly sized and rated GFCI receptacle for the intended application. Thirdly, ensure the receptacle is securely mounted and properly grounded. Fourthly, use weatherproof wiring and connectors to protect against moisture intrusion. Fifthly, install a bubble cover that is specifically designed for outdoor use and is compatible with the GFCI receptacle. Sixthly, test the GFCI receptacle after installation to verify that it is functioning correctly. The specific NEC requirements for outdoor receptacles are detailed in Article 406.9. This section covers various aspects of receptacle installation, including weather protection, box requirements, and faceplate requirements. It is essential to consult this article to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. Consider a scenario where an outdoor receptacle is located on a porch or deck. Although the receptacle may be partially sheltered from direct rain, it is still exposed to humidity and occasional splashing. In such cases, a bubble cover is recommended to provide maximum protection against moisture. In another scenario, an outdoor receptacle is located in an area that is frequently hosed down for cleaning, such as a patio or garage. In this case, a bubble cover is essential to prevent water from entering the receptacle and causing a short circuit or electrical shock. Understanding the difference between weatherproof and bubble covers is crucial for selecting the appropriate cover for an outdoor GFCI receptacle. Firstly, weatherproof covers are designed to protect against rain and splashes when the receptacle is not in use. Secondly, bubble covers provide additional protection by creating a watertight seal even when an appliance is plugged in. Thirdly, bubble covers are also more resistant to dust, dirt, and other environmental contaminants. When selecting a bubble cover, consider the size and shape of the GFCI receptacle and the type of cord that will be used with it. Firstly, some bubble covers are designed to accommodate multiple cords or large plugs. Secondly, others are designed for specific types of receptacles, such as those with USB ports. Thirdly, choose a cover that provides a secure and watertight fit to ensure maximum protection. The installation of a bubble cover is a straightforward process that can be completed with basic tools. Firstly, start by disconnecting power to the circuit. Secondly, remove the existing receptacle cover and inspect the receptacle for any damage or corrosion. Thirdly, if necessary, clean the receptacle and replace any damaged components. Fourthly, install the bubble cover according to the manufacturer's instructions, ensuring that it is properly aligned and securely fastened. Fifthly, test the GFCI receptacle after installation to verify that it is functioning correctly. In addition to the NEC requirements, local codes and regulations may also apply to outdoor electrical installations. Firstly, it is essential to check with the local building department or electrical inspector to determine if there are any specific requirements for your area. Secondly, some local codes may require additional protection for outdoor receptacles, such as the use of conduit or special enclosures. Thirdly, compliance with all applicable codes and regulations is essential for ensuring safety and avoiding penalties. Several common mistakes should be avoided when installing outdoor GFCI receptacles. Firstly, failing to disconnect power to the circuit can result in electric shock or electrocution. Secondly, using the wrong size or type of receptacle can overload the circuit and create a fire hazard. Thirdly, neglecting to properly ground the receptacle can increase the risk of electric shock. Fourthly, failing to use weatherproof wiring and connectors can allow moisture to enter the receptacle and cause corrosion. Fifthly, not installing a bubble cover in wet or damp locations can expose the receptacle to moisture and increase the risk of electrical hazards. Regular maintenance of outdoor GFCI receptacles is essential for ensuring their continued safety and reliability. Firstly, inspect the receptacle and cover regularly for any signs of damage or corrosion. Secondly, test the GFCI receptacle monthly to verify that it is functioning correctly. Thirdly, if the receptacle trips frequently or shows signs of damage, replace it immediately. Fourthly, keep the receptacle and cover clean and free of debris. In summary, when replacing an ordinary outdoor duplex receptacle with a GFCI, the installation of a bubble cover is strongly recommended, especially in wet or damp locations. The NEC requires that outdoor receptacles be protected by a weatherproof enclosure, and bubble covers provide superior protection against moisture, dust, and other environmental elements. By following the NEC requirements and best practices, you can ensure the safety and reliability of your outdoor electrical installations. The key considerations include understanding the definitions of wet and damp locations, referencing NEC Article 406.9 bone, selecting the appropriate cover type, and adhering to local codes and regulations. Proper installation and regular maintenance are also essential for ensuring the long-term performance of outdoor GFCI receptacles. Remember to always prioritize safety when working with electricity and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. By taking these precautions, you can create a safe and reliable outdoor electrical system for your home or business. Furthermore, consider the long-term benefits of using bubble covers. While they may represent a slightly higher initial cost compared to standard weatherproof covers, they offer superior protection and can help prevent costly repairs or replacements in the future. Bubble covers are also more durable and resistant to damage, making them a worthwhile investment for any outdoor electrical installation. In addition to protecting against moisture, bubble covers also offer protection against other environmental hazards such as dust, dirt, and insects. These contaminants can accumulate inside the receptacle and cause corrosion or other damage over time. By keeping the receptacle clean and dry, bubble covers can help extend its lifespan and maintain its performance. When selecting a bubble cover, consider the specific requirements of your application. For example, if you plan to use the receptacle with a large or bulky plug, you will need a cover that is large enough to accommodate it. If you plan to use the receptacle with multiple cords, you will need a cover that has multiple openings. Some bubble covers also have features such as locking mechanisms or tamper-resistant designs for added security. The installation of a bubble cover is a relatively simple process, but it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully to ensure a proper fit and watertight seal. Before installing the cover, make sure to disconnect power to the circuit and inspect the receptacle for any damage or corrosion. If necessary, clean the receptacle and replace any damaged components. When installing the cover, make sure to align it properly and tighten the screws securely. After installation, test the GFCI receptacle to verify that it is functioning correctly. In addition to following the NEC requirements and best practices, it is also important to educate yourself about electrical safety. Learn about the hazards of electricity and how to prevent electrical accidents. Teach your family members about electrical safety and make sure they know how to use electrical appliances and equipment safely. By taking these precautions, you can create a safe and healthy environment for yourself and your family. In conclusion, when replacing an outdoor receptacle, prioritize safety and compliance with the NEC. The installation of a bubble cover is a simple and effective way to protect against moisture, dust, and other environmental hazards. By following the recommendations outlined in this video, you can ensure the safety and reliability of your outdoor electrical installations. Remember to always consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns.